Yo, right here. Right here in the small box.
I'm heating up, I'm trying to burn down Toronto. Better keep 6 feet space, this 6-side shit contagious. Money coming in, all I see is numbers, like I'm in the Matrix. We've been in the trip.
A bit. So, 200K first week. Are you kidding me? Who's buying this? Respectfully, but disrespectfully at the same time. Honestly, I don't even know or care. But you know what? I'm curious for what Jay Nolan has to say, to be honest. So I want to go ahead and lock in with this conversation. Y'all know me. I'm going to find a conversation. We're going to talk about something here. You hear me? So let's go ahead and get started with this right here. All right? So you do know how I start this. You do know. You know. Right? Okay, cool. Yo, right here. Yo, you. Right here. In the small box. Right here in the small box. Welcome back to Flex Mob Reactions, only on the Flex 9 Network. I see you, Cousin B. How you feeling? Welcome back to the channel. All right, so let me go ahead and read the title of this. Cardi B hits 200K in first week sales. Nicki Minaj celebrates, and this is Jay-Z. Oh, here we go. Let's go ahead and lock in with this. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this reaction. Let me know what you think about Cardi B and her first week sale numbers and all that. And all that jazz. Hit that notification button to get notified when I drop my videos or when I'm live, like right now. And let's lock in with this, bro. Let's go.
Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this afternoon. In this video, we're going to be getting into Cardi B and the final update on her first week numbers coming in at 200K.
Crazy.
Her celebrating and thanking the fans. And we're also going to get into Nicki Minaj, who also made it a point to come out yesterday after the numbers were announced,
of course,
to basically celebrate and gloat on the fact that Cardi B didn't surpass Pink Friday 2 at that 228,000
that girl so petty.
First week mark.
I mean, it's definitely a win through her eyes, but that's so childish. To keep it tall with you, like, there's no business for you to move like that. Like, yo, that you're making this girl your nemesis for no reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you look foolish.
Although she did come in at 200, right? Not only did she come in.
Hey, Cousin B, you know the vibe, bro. We just locking in with the mess. We get into the news and all that jazz when it comes to this thing called music. You hear me?
To gloat and celebrate about remaining in that top spot of the decade. But also, she decided to take even more shots at Jay-Z. Why? I don't know. But again, I always say, if I existed in these people's minds, I would be a much different person, and I would never understand my own logic, because I would be somebody else. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're going to get into all of those different things. But before we get into the negativity, let's at least get into, Cardi B being able to celebrate the success of her project. Her fans are happy. The tour is coming up the top of next year, and taking over Nicki Minaj's spot at that 228 mark or not, 200,000 is still a massive undertaking, especially in the female rap section. 2024 was the overall year for female rap. Everybody was pretty much outside and representing, and we saw that a lot of the ladies weren't necessarily hitting 100,000 in the first week. You know what I'm saying? And these are artists that are all big, have fan bases, have solo tours and different things going on.
Because their fan base isn't the kind of fan base that supports like that. That's why they're not getting the kind of numbers, especially for women rap. So yes, it's good to see that she got 200K first week for being a female rapper, regardless of her talent. But to be realistic, with the way this was going, I feel like this could have got way more money just based on what they did to make sure that this is going to sell. They did anything and everything necessary to make this work for them. I feel like they could have got more money from this, if I'm going to be honest. With all the marketing, all the drama, all the old songs that were pretty much refurbished for this album, yeah, I felt like this could have got more money, but it got what it got. So
But unfortunately, in this particular space, I think the big issue is that all of the ladies are kind of fighting for position with the same people. And you also got to think the same people being the people from the previous 2 decades who were massive Nicki Minaj fans. You know what I'm saying? Because even her fan base has dwindled down a bit if you go back to Pink Friday doing 375 first week. So just goes to show.
Times have changed. Times have changed. The consumer grows up. The consumer probably is not tapped in with the music that they grew up with when it comes to Nicki or Cardi. So that matters. You got to take that into consideration when you're trying to promote to a certain demographic or your consumer base that you keep close to you. Those are things you got to keep in mind. Like, people grow. People, like, people just, like, move on. They do something else. They try something else. It's tough, but, like, if you figure out a strategy for that, I feel like you can actually maximize on your demographic and your overall consumer base.
Show you that the space, I don't call it niche. I don't call it a subgenre. It's just, it's a different playing field. And going toe to toe with her, if you're against her, it does kind of affect negatively to a degree. But Cardi B was able to kind of rise above that. 200 ain't no small feat, period. Don't matter who you call, what you say, or how you slice it. Not to mention the fact that largely, if you listen to Nicki Minaj's older projects, you hear a lot of pop music, a lot of pop influence, which definitely propelled her to a more, what they call the more broader fan base, which is white American.
Majority against minority. That's the same thing I've been talking about. Nicki Minaj was catering to the majority, but there's positive and negatives with that because you have to go kind of a pop route to cater to the majority. So it gets tricky. How do you do that while still keeping it rap? That's a challenge for a lot of rappers.
Erica, who bought into her as well, whereas the ladies of today, they don't really have as many of those pop sensation hits, although they may try to aim for them from time to time. But let's get to Cardi, right? So, this is the official update from chart data. 21 hours ago, Billboard 200, number 1, new Cardi B. And I find it interesting that people are trying to downplay the fact that it's number 1 when it's number 1. You know what I mean? A number 1 album at 200,000. Who would complain? Am I the Drama, 200,000 with 145.72 million on-demand streams in the first week, 88,000 pure sales. Again, nothing to scoff at. If 88,000 people put money up for anything in this world, you gonna win. And that's more money than you would make if all of it was through.
But I feel like she could have got more. 88,000 people to purely buy this project is definitely a lot. I'm not disagreeing with that. However, let's keep it tall right now. With the name Cardi B and everything that's attached to it, likeness, character, personality, the kind of things that give to a brand, especially as an artist, she should have more than 88,000 if I'm going to be real. She hasn't been dropping music, which is a factor that you would put into that unit number for sure. But with the other fact is that her name hasn't really left the conversation. It hasn't really left social media. It's always been there all these years, regardless if she's rapping or not. There's something going on with her name. So for the casual fan that wants to support female rap, they should be able to see this and be like, oh, yeah, I'll purchase. But there are other factors in there as to why that it's low. It's high, but at the same time, it's low. It's high in terms of looking at the physical, but it's low when you think about it mentally. When you use your brain and you think about it and you break down different factors as to why you have this number, knowing that this is Cardi B, it should be more.
Streams, right? So chart data comes back. They say Am I the Drama marks Cardi B's second consecutive number.
Is that Slay? Is that Slay Queen? Miss Big Sis? Is that Big Sis in the chat? Jesus Christ.
Number one album on the Billboard 200. The first, of course, was her debut album with Invasion of Privacy. So she's going to be able to keep that trend going. And we'll just have to see whenever album number 3 comes if she can continue that trend. Right? And last but not least, chart data says Cardi B becomes the first female rapper in history to debut her first 2 albums at number 1 on the Billboard 200, which I wasn't aware. I honestly did not know that no other lady in hip hop had ever had their first 2 albums debut at number 1.
That's good. That's good. Milestone, accolade, achieved. I like that.
So, even as certain people are downplaying the accomplishment is still growing on its own. You know what I mean? So, congrats to Cardi on that. Shortly after the numbers were announced, Cardi B comes out and says, "Thank you so much, everybody that supported my album. 2 weeks ago, the album was projected to do 115K off of Outside and Imaginary Players." Okay? So she superseded all of the...
See, that's another thing that factors into the number because you promoted the wrong songs. You promoted the wrong songs because, especially with Imaginary Players, that it's cool that you had that. I'm not trying to like diss or anything because it was actually decent. Like, I'm more than decent to be real because of the sample that you used. But to hear that song and then listen to the album, it doesn't make sense because how is it that you're trying to give us this, but the whole album has that? Like, everything was like, there was like majority of the album was filled with like turn up joints, if I'm correct. Like, majority of it is like filled with turn up joints. Like, regardless of what function that you go to, you finna play something for the party. You know? But you have that song. That confuses me. Because if you were to promote one of your party joints to the people, that would have actually boosted your sales numbers. Because people be like, oh shit, she back. She's back. Like, you know what I'm saying? But these are the kind of things that you got to pay attention to when you're an artist. Because you want to make sure that you get your message across. If you don't get your message across, you're going to confuse the consumer. That's wicked work right there. But she still did her numbers, so I respect it.
Projections. I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. I didn't put out an album in 7 years and haven't put out as much music in the last year. But we just surpassed all that expectation. Thank you to everyone who gave the album a listen, did a video to the songs and everything. You don't know the confidence and boost you gave me in my music to keep pushing. I can't wait to see you guys on tour. Tonight we celebrate. I can't pop no champagne, but maybe I can open up some cranberry juice or something because, you know, she's preggo.
Yup.
Okay? And along with this tweet, we got this video which almost looks like a mini documentary of sorts, which I hope Cardi B leans into.
Pregnant with a next man's kid, even though that next man got other 2 girls pregnant and they birthed the baby. But you know, she is the drama. She is the drama. We're here for the mess. Am I right?
To drop a doc. Because I think it's long overdue. And I think that there's a lot that she has gone through and experienced behind the scenes that we haven't been privy to. So those are always good. You always want to see top artists at the top of their game give you a glimpse behind the scenes. So let's see what this is.
Do this run because I'm very sick. My throat is fucked up. My body feels bad. I'm nauseous.
You pregnant?
I'm not pregnant, but
you can't see the details on the fucking jury. You can't see the details on the eyes. You can't see the
Perhaps she didn't think she was at the time.
fucking eyeshadow. Don't fucking piss me off, because I will go home. be thinking that they be struggling, and it's like I'm better off showing it than telling it.
But okay, Slay, I'm glad you say that. Let's have a conversation. I'm glad you said that. Hey, listen, you know me. I like a little good debate. Now, let me go ahead and read what you said. I don't know. I think she dropped it for the talk and made us want to hear what else she had. And I don't disagree, because hearing the song, I'm like, well, hold on. Is this a lane? Are we about to indicate to turn right? Like, is that what we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that what we doing? Like, hit the indicate. You know, like, is that what that was? But it turned out it was not that. That's the overall, like, answer. Like, you gave us an idea, but what you shipped with the project was not that. And remember her fan base. For everybody outside her fan base, we were like, but her traditional fan base and what they are, they're looking at it like, girl, what are you doing?
I went through some shit, honey. I'm gonna stay over there, period. Get that motherfucker. One song make y'all fucking hate everything that I have ever done? One song, really?
What was the one song, by the way? I know Hot Shit got shitted on heavily, but what was that one song that made people hate everything?
You my chocolate chip cookie.
You got this, right?
I told my parents I'm having a baby.
Mommy, kiss.
They know, but I haven't told them for my mouth.
My nigga, I'm working for real. I don't care. It's my album. Come on now, still I stay. I don't regret it, still ain't cheap, and I ain't get credit. I wanna record and then I wanna hear it. Please speak my language, cause you're not speaking my language. Don't ask me dumb ass shit. Y'all making everything so fucking confused. It doesn't fucking end, does it? I don't like none of that shit. Update me every fucking time you finish. They don't give a fuck. Buy my motherfucking CDs.
What is this? Brought to you by Hulu? Like, is this gonna be on Hulu? This little documentary? Is this gonna be on Netflix? You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna get this on Disney Plus? Probably not. But okay, cool. I like the creativity.
All right. So we see there was plenty of stressful moments. Moments where she had to scream at the top of her lungs to get her point across, from music videos to album situation to sound like Offset to a label. I would like to see that expanded upon, and not only just the yelling, but also to know the context of what was happening to make her reach that level. You know what I'm saying? So again, I hope we get some sort of documentary, even if it's just centered around this last 2 years, making the album, going through the situation she went through with coming out of her.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If she did a documentary on like the last 2-3 years of her life, I ain't gonna hold you. Her likeness will skyrocket, you know? Oh, you haven't heard the whole thing yet? You're reacting one by one. Girl, you're brave. I mean, I don't have that patience. I can't do that. I gotta listen to the full thing. That's like that's me. I can't one by one. The bravery in this one. Jesus.
Her marriage, entering the stages of divorce and all that shit. That will be a very interesting watch. You know what I mean? So we'll just move forward from there. So in the midst of Cardi B celebrating and thanking her fans, Nicki Minaj decided to go on social media, on Twitter and in her Instagram stories, to once again celebrate her spot not being shaken. So right here, this is a post in her story from a user that says, Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 228K.
What's that one song that she has with Lil Uzi on this joint? I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm gonna be super, super honest, that song with Uzi is gonna be played for a long time. I think it's called Everybody. Like, if we're gonna be okay, let's be real. longevity wise between these two albums, there's not a lot. If I'm going to be real, Nicki Minaj only has one. She only has one song. As far as I see it from Cardi's joint, I forgot the song name, but the one where she's like, "Hello, it's me. Hello, it's me." That song right there, yeah, that's gonna be used for a long. There's some longevity right there. There's longevity for that song for sure. Just to how simple it is and how relatable it can be. You know, the Nicki Minaj joint, dancers, party goers, everybody, you're gonna turn up to that for a long time. That's a fact.
Remains the biggest first week for a female rap album this decade and the largest vinyl sales week for a female rap album since 19.
See, Slay, this how you know you're bright. Yo, this how you know you're bright. I just can't do that, but you know that the full album reactions get clipped, especially when you're live. But for you to go through the songs one by one, Jesus, yo, I can't do that. I can't do that knowing I can just hit play and then sit back and listen. Like, I can't do that. That's just me.
91, right? So that was the first one. She reposted it twice.
That's crazy.
Then we get this one here from Nicki Minaj Queendom that says biggest first week album sales by female rappers in the U.S. each decade. Okay, so the 90s is Miss Lauryn Hill at 422K. 2000s, Missy Elliott, 259K. 2010s, Nicki Minaj, 375K. And of the 2020s, Nicki Minaj, 228K. Okay, so.
See, I don't like it when you're trying to compare yourself to Miss Lauryn Hill because that was a completely different time period. From the 90s and the 2000s where the internet was not a thing like that until like the later 2000s. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan because you're trying to compare it to a time period where people had to go out and physically buy the joint. That's a different kind of feeling right there.
She's very happy that her spot was not taken. Another one. Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded, remains the biggest first week sales for a female rap sophomore album with 253,000 copies sold.
Childish.
All right. So this goes to show that she was definitely tuned in. She was locked in. She wanted to make sure that those numbers did not reach Pink Friday 2 or Pink Friday Roman Reloaded. Because who knows what we would have seen if things went differently. You know what I'm saying? And before I'm going to just keep going. We'll get to it in a minute. Hold on. While spending her time on Twitter, she also didn't waste any time getting at Jay-Z. So as you can see, she reposted Rep. Anna Paulina Luna stating that bot farms are real. They are used to sway public opinion. Next time you're fighting on the internet, make sure it's not with a non-existent person. I think this is something that goes both ways. On any side of the argument that you fall on, I think there's bots, right? Especially on Twitter. There's a lot of bots on Twitter. I think they say that 70% of the tweets that you see on X today are coming from literal bots. All right? So the people that jump in your comments when you speak
Anthony?
For or against anything or anyone that you like, most likely it's more often than not a bot. She also reposted Beauty and Bars. Don't let all the industry antics distract you from the fact that Jay-Z and Roc Nation invested millions into a failed casino bid. Okay?
Childish.
Now, personally, I did not talk about Jay-Z's casino bid. I didn't talk about Nas's casino bid. Somebody asked me why I didn't talk about it. It's because I didn't give a fuck about the casino bid. I don't gamble. I don't live in New York. I don't live in Manhattan. I don't live in Queens. So whether or not a casino goes up really does not.
Hey, yo, I just gotta say this because this nigga Kai Cenat, bruh. This boy Kai Cenat is different. The man was given a $60 million gambling contract for him to promote a gambling website, and he said no. And he just did 1 million streams, breaking 3 records. On on Twitch for his Mafiathon 3. Milestone upon milestone for this kid, bro. And then for him to be talking with Kurt Franklin, like, now I know it's not the greatest person to talk to in terms of people that are of that. You understand me? I'm trying to find the right word, but I'm struggling to find the right word. But he's not the best. But the fact that Kai Cenat is trying is what's hitting different. Because I respect the fact that even though it's not the route that we are looking for, but at least you're walking along the lines of what you do, but while you're doing it, you're still keeping God close to you. There's power in that ish, bro. I ain't gonna lie. There's power in that, and I gotta respect it. I gotta respect it for sure.
Affect me or my community, my spending habits, or my family. But I will tell you this. I saw a lot of people that were against Jay-Z's casino bid going to New York City Times Square.
LC, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's why I look at him different, because I'm like, he's doing it. He's doing what he's supposed to for his age and for the people that follow him that are of the younger generation, but he's doing it right. That's the crazy part.
They were saying that they didn't need, that's the last thing we need. Y'all are leaning into people's addictions. Y'all are going to be exploiting poor people's spending habits and all this stuff. Which I didn't understand, because if you don't gamble, you don't lose.
Facts.
But that was the narrative on Jay-Z's bid. He got rejected. Days later, Nas got accepted. And I saw people congratulating Nas, not actually repeating those same talking points. I thought that was very strange. How, if you're against casinos, why it matters if Jay-Z does it versus Nas. And then they say, well, Nas is bringing jobs to the local area and all this shit. And it's like,
nah, it's fueling pockets, man. Especially in a place like New York City. It's going to be tricky, though, because there's a lot of people that still be on their phones with the online casinos. But if you put the casino in just the right area in New York, for people to literally just walk in, gamble, walk out, do their thing, like, that could be like going to the casino in New York. That could be like the new flex for the weekends instead of always going to the club. A lot of people are tired of going to the club. They're finding private functions to go and turn up at now. Throwing a casino in there. A lot of people might go in the casino just like, oh, let's just kick up. You know, have a little food. Go gamble a little bit. Not too much, even though you're going to gamble in your whole house away. But that's not the point. But what a casino could do for New York could be mad dangerous. I'm not going to lie. But for whoever's investing and all that, they're fueling their pockets. That's all it is.
Wherever the casino goes, they're going to be employing people. So I just find it very interesting how people have sliding morals depending on who it benefits. I don't give a fuck about neither. Nicki Minaj continued to post. She went on an entire rampage. Well, I won't call it rampage, but she posted a lot. So here, she posts some raps. I don't know why she wants to write raps on Twitter, but she did.
Freebie.
She said, got sunned on Sun's Day, and it's a Sunday. Birthed the ninja who wanted with the sensei.
Let it go, brother. Let it go.
You thought that was hot? Retire someday, only if my son say. 32726. That's my fun day.
Huh? You know what? Never mind. Let it go.
And remember, she's releasing her album on March 27th of next year. So that's her fun day. And apparently her fans love it.
Exactly, Anthony. They're just there to fuel their pockets. They want to get their pockets fat. That's all it is.
The funny thing is, when you listen to her raps, a lot of it sounds just like this. You could put this right over the goddamn Red Ruby the Sleaze beat.
I'm dead.
If I was petty enough, I would go ahead and play that bitch and rap that bitch right along with it. Got sun on Sun's day. Hold up. All right, Louis D. Got sun on Sun's day, and it's a Sunday. Birthday ninja, who want it with the sensei? Retire someday, only if my son say 32726. That's my fun day.
Boss! That's fucking boss!
You ain't low. And just for good measure, we gonna do goddamn Chun-Li too. Hold up. Hold up. Got sun on Sun's day, and it's a Sunday. Birthday ninja, who want it with the sensei? Retire someday, only if my son say 3726, whatever the fuck. That's my fun day. What the hell? You be writing all your raps to the same beat. What the hell? Let me chill the fuck out, man.
Yo, did he just expose Nicki Minaj? Oh, shit. Yo, that's a violation.
Salute to Nicki Minaj, man. I'm just having fun, man.
I'm dead. What's good, Quickie?
I'm literally just having fun. This is no...
You better be careful before she snitch on you, nigga. She gonna tell somebody about you.
Hey, I know people gonna say this is hate. I'm literally just having fun. All right, that's enough.
What the hell?
But next thing, we got her talking about the new album, which will be out on March 27th of next year. She says the first song on the new album is called One, the straw that broke the camel's back. So here we are, still dissing Jay-Z. You know, remember when Nas said he looked like a camel? She's been running with that for a while.
Wait a minute, brother. What are you talking about?
She says, I'll unlock number 2 next week. Surprises for lots and lots of people. They have no clue. Oh, Barbs, you're awesome. What are you guys wearing for release week? It's 6 months away. Okay? So with this, I hope the new album ain't a diss album, because last time you dissed somebody, it wasn't that great. But she says the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't think these are real song titles. I think she's just trolling. I think she's talking shit.
Yo, LC, I don't agree. I don't disagree with you. Sorry. I don't disagree with you, just to clear it up. What Nicki Minaj has turned into is an individual that cares more about the internet than her own music. Let's just keep it like that for now.
But we'll see. She even went as far as posting
an
AI image of Jay-Z being a camel with what looks to be Desiree Perez riding his back. And then you have her with the photo holding the date 3/27/26.
Her release date.
And now I will remove myself from the corner. So the first thing I want to address is Nicki Minaj sitting back and watching intently as Cardi B's numbers were being submitted for the final tally, right?
I at least respect her for watching the competition, but if you're watching your competition like that and your sales numbers 6 months from now is not good, in fact is less than your competition, that's not gonna look good for you. What are you gonna do then? You're gonna start snitching on people on the internet? You're gonna be telling the feds about people on the internet? They never bought my album. Arrest him. Arrest him. Arrest her. Why didn't you buy my album? Arrest her. That's exactly what you finna do.
You holding on to that 228,000. It seems if you come out and celebrate and do this whole, I'm still number 1 and I did this and I did that on the very same day that this woman's album numbers get released, that shows the entire world that you were nervous. It shows the entire world that you were like literally tuned in intently.
But it doesn't even mean anything, because if you just listen to the music, whatever sounds better is going to be the superior album. That's it. Not no subjectiveness or anything. I don't listen to that kind of music, but I can listen and easily tell which is better. I'm not a fan like that for both of them. All right? I'm a mild fan. Nothing spicy. I keep it mild, like a Jamaican patty. You hear me? My point is that if I listen to both these projects and I come to a conclusion, that's it. That's it. I ain't no fan like that. I'm the person in between. I walk the duality in this. I'm the right person to answer that. Which album is better? Simple.
About whether or not she was going to surpass your number.
What's good,
Had she done that, what was it going to change about your 228? That was still massive.
Body.
And the fact that she didn't, what does that change about your 228? And what does that change about her 200? Because that still shows her stand power 7 years later, that she got 200,000 people to still listen and or buy, because she had, out of those 200,000, 88,000 that purchased it. It doesn't diminish what you accomplished. It doesn't diminish what she accomplished. I get so many people that always say, why are we comparing these two artists? Why are we comparing these two artists? Because Nicki Minaj played into the competition.
Yep.
She was the queen, right? Since when does the queen go to war with somebody that's not on their level?
You can say the same thing about a king. Just saying.
She embraced it. She wanted Cardi B to bow down, kiss the ring, kiss her feet, wash her feet. Cardi B said,
Washing
I
feet
will
is
not.
crazy.
And she's been holding a grudge with this woman ever since. That's just what it is. She's held a grudge with everybody who says, I'm not bowing down to kiss the ring. I will not wash your feet. You can't say Cardi's not on her level, but then she beef with Megan. Then she beef with Lotto for a short period. What you gonna say? They not on her level neither. So why did she go to war with them? She be bored. Like, we gotta be honest about these things. You can love her and still hold her, I don't even want to say accountable, right? Just be honest about the situation. Because all of the other people that have come and gone in this industry, that have done they big ones, set they mark, did they numbers, they not sitting around holding on for dear life that nobody outsells they shit. I did 180,000. But then the next rapper comes and does 190, and they not sitting around like, the fuck? How'd you do that? No, it's a win. Go do your shit. It's your time.
Exactly.
Come on now. Now, as it pertains to Jay-Z, I want to address something real quick.
If we're going to talk about that casino, I'm
What
about to end
makes
this.
her or anyone else believe that Jay-Z gives a fuck about what Nicki Minaj has going on? It's like the most weirdest, strangest thing to think that nigga really be sitting around worried about her. Seems like you be sitting around worried about him, trying to figure out a way to get under his skin. Seems like you're trying to figure out a way to get a response out of him at some point. Why you want it so bad, I don't know. But it just seems strange to me. A nigga who ain't out here talking to you or about anything you got going on.
Not about it.
And you attach yourself to any and everything that has his name next to it. What is that? And again, if you're a fan, you don't find that suspicious?
What the hell?
Like, let's be fucking clear. Yes, I like Cardi B more than I like Nicki Minaj. But if Cardi B was out here shitting on Jay-Z 4 days out the week, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck is up with you, cuz? What you doing? You ain't got shit else going on?
Did you put down the booger sugar today? That's my question. I don't need to hear the rest of this. Because I don't care about no Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj beef, anything like that. As far as I see it, whatever Jay-Z did to mess up Nicki Minaj's career, if he did, and Nicki Minaj is out here moving like this, crying all the time and all this, I ain't gonna lie to you, that nigga got you. If I'm gonna be honest, that nigga got you. Because the only thing he can do is talk on social media as if it's gonna inflict damage on him. What? Every tweet you make is gonna do 10 damage to Jay-Z. It's not doing nothing. It's not doing a damn thing. So I ain't gonna lie. If he did something, he got you. He got you, period. Because there's not a soul out there that can step to him like that. You understand? Well, unless he's Nas. But you get what I'm saying. Like, yo, you're so childish, bro. What's wrong with this girl? Hey, I'm done with this video, bro. I don't need no more from this video. She only has one flow. Oh, we know. She just like the baby. The baby has one flow for all his career. Nothing, didn't change a thing. But yeah, you know the vibe. Still ducking Lil Kim. She don't want that smoke from Lil Kim. That's a fact. All right, let me see what kind of time do I have right now.
I don't live in present tense, so just over a Daytona. Girl, my life been like a kid drama. Walking to.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.